Have you ever wondered about the profound wisdom encapsulated in Surah Muhammad of the Holy Quran? This surah, named after the Prophet Muhammad, is a significant chapter in the Quran, holding the 47th position in the Holy Book's arrangement. It's a Medinan surah, revealed during a time of great change and conflict in the Islamic community. As we delve into Surah Muhammad, we find that its themes are deeply rooted in the essence of faith, the struggles of life, and the promise of divine justice. It's a surah that calls upon its readers to reflect upon their spiritual journey, urging them to embrace righteousness and shun evil deeds. The surah also underscores the importance of unity, resilience, and the pursuit of truth, offering guidance to believers navigating the complexities of life. Its teachings resonate with the timeless wisdom of Islamic tradition and the Prophet's teachings. Dive with us into the depths of this surah as we unravel its verses one by one. The first verses of Surah Muhammad set the stage for the profound teachings that follow. We begin our journey with the opening verse of Surah Muhammad. Those who disbelieve and obstruct from the path of Allah, He will render their deeds void. This verse speaks to the inherent futility of actions taken against the divine will of Allah. The scholars interpret this as a cautionary reminder of the consequences of disbelief and obstruction of Allah's path. Moving forward, the second verse, and those who believe and do righteous deeds and believe in what has been sent down upon Muhammad, and it is the truth from their Lord, He will remove from them their misdeeds and amend their condition. This verse is a beacon of hope, emphasizing the rewards for believers who perform righteous deeds and acknowledge the truth of the revelations sent down to Prophet Muhammad. The scholars denote this as a promise of spiritual cleansing and amelioration of their spiritual state. The third verse, that is because those who disbelieve follow falsehood, and those who believe follow the truth from their Lord. Thus does Allah present to the people their comparisons. This verse is a mirror reflecting the stark contrast between the paths of belief and disbelief. It affirms that those who disbelieve follow falsehood, while believers are guided by the truth from their Lord. Scholars see this as a divine illustration of the human condition, a parable presented by Allah to help us understand our choices and their consequences. The fourth verse, so when you meet those who disbelieve, strike at their necks until when you have inflicted slaughter upon them, then secure their bonds. This verse, often misunderstood, is not a call to violence but a metaphorical expression used in the context of the battlefield. It urges the believers to stand firm in their convictions, even in the face of adversity. These verses lay the foundation for the lessons that Surah Muhammad imparts. They invite us to reflect on our actions, our beliefs, and the path we choose to follow. They remind us of the divine promise of spiritual cleansing for the believers and the futility of actions taken against the divine will. As we delve deeper into Surah Muhammad, these verses will continue to resonate, illuminating the profound teachings that follow. As we delve deeper into Surah Muhammad, the central verses reveal a wealth of spiritual wisdom. The heart of Surah Muhammad pulsates with profound messages and life-altering teachings. These central verses are the core of the surah, underscoring the essence of faith and the importance of devotion. Let's explore these verses together. One of the key themes woven into the fabric of these verses is the significance of obedience. The surah emphasizes that obedience to God is paramount. It is not merely a matter of following rules, but a pathway to spiritual fulfillment and peace. This obedience is not blind, but rather it is an enlightened commitment grounded in love and respect for the divine. These verses also illuminate the concept of gratitude. They remind us that every blessing, every breath, every moment of joy is a gift from God. Gratitude, then, is not just an expression of thanks, but a recognition of God's boundless generosity. It is a mindset that transforms our perspective, enabling us to see the divine in every detail of our lives. The central verses of Surah Muhammad also delve into the theme of patience. Life is filled with trials and tribulations, and these verses encourage us to face these challenges with patience and perseverance. They tell us that patience is not passive acceptance, but active endurance. It is a testament to our faith, a demonstration of our trust in God's plan. Moreover, these verses beautifully illustrate the idea of unity. They depict a vision of a community bound by faith working together in harmony. This unity is not uniformity, but a celebration of diversity under the umbrella of faith. In these verses, we also find guidance on the importance of kindness and compassion. They teach us that our faith should inspire us to act with empathy and love, to extend our hands in support to those in need. These central verses offer a profound exploration of faith and devotion. Their wisdom invites us to reflect, to question, to grow. They challenge us to strive for a deeper understanding of our faith and to live our lives with intentionality and purpose. The final verses of Surah Muhammad bring its teachings to a powerful conclusion. As we delve into these closing verses, we find a profound message of hope, faith, and resilience. They remind us of the power of unity, the importance of steadfastness, and the reward of patience. The verses begin by emphasizing the significance of unity, a concept deeply rooted in Islamic teachings. They speak of standing together, of forming an unwavering line against adversity. They call upon us to join forces, to be as solid as a fortified wall, unbreakable and unyielding. This is a call to unity, not just among individuals, but among nations and communities. Next, they touch upon the virtue of steadfastness, a quality highly prized in the Islamic tradition. The verses encourage us to remain firm in our faith, even in the face of trials and tribulations. They remind us that life is a journey filled with challenges, but we must remain steadfast, for our reward lies not in this world, but in the hereafter. Then, the verses move on to the reward of patience. They paint a vivid picture of gardens and rivers, a paradise awaiting those who persevere. They speak of eternal bliss, of a reward that far outweighs the struggles of this earthly life. This is a promise of what lies beyond, a promise of divine compensation for our earthly trials. The surah concludes with a powerful verse that captures the essence of its teachings. It speaks of the importance of following the divine path, of obeying the commandments of the Almighty. It reiterates the promise of a bountiful reward for those who remain on this path, a reminder that our ultimate goal is not worldly success, but divine satisfaction. In their depth and wisdom, these verses encapsulate the teachings of Surah Muhammad. They remind us of the values we should uphold, the virtues we should aspire to, and the rewards we stand to gain. These concluding verses capture the essence of Surah Muhammad's teachings. Now that we've journeyed through Surah Muhammad, what reflections can we glean from its teachings? Diving into Surah Muhammad, we find ourselves immersed in a profound exploration of faith, morality, and the path towards spiritual enlightenment. This surah, like a skilled teacher, unravels the intricacies of life and faith, beckoning us to reflect on our own spiritual journeys. The surah begins by emphasizing the importance of trust and belief in the divine. It teaches us that faith is not merely an abstract concept, but a guiding force that shapes our actions and decisions. In essence, faith is not just about belief in the unseen, but about the moral choices we make in our daily lives. The central verses of Surah Muhammad delve deeper into the concepts of righteousness and responsibility. The surah paints a vivid picture of the consequences of our actions, reminding us that every decision we make carries weight. It calls us to be mindful of our actions, to strive for righteousness, and to uphold our responsibilities with grace and integrity. As we journey towards the final verses, the surah takes a turn towards introspection. It invites us to reflect on our own spiritual journeys, to question our beliefs, and to constantly strive for self-improvement. The surah teaches us that spiritual growth is a continuous process, a journey that doesn't end with the attainment of a certain goal, but one that continues throughout our lives. The teachings of Surah Muhammad resonate with spiritual seekers, offering guidance and wisdom. It encourages us to reflect on our own faith, to question, to seek, and to grow. It reminds us that spiritual exploration is not a destination, but a journey that is deeply personal, yet universal in its themes and teachings. Surah Muhammad invites us all to reflect deeply on our faith and our actions. It's a journey of spiritual exploration that continues long after we've closed the pages of the Quran. Surah Muhammad, a chapter rich with wisdom and lessons for life. As we draw our journey to a close, let's reflect on the profound teachings this surah imparts. Surah Muhammad, a chapter from the Quran, offers us timeless wisdom. It teaches us the importance of faith, obedience to God, and the pursuit of righteousness. It shows us that our actions, whether good or bad, have consequences, and it reminds us of the ultimate reality of life and afterlife. The surah also emphasizes the significance of inner peace attained through the acknowledgement of God's supremacy and the acceptance of His divine decree. It encourages us to strive for justice, compassion, and humility, and to shun arrogance and deceit. These teachings hold immense importance in the context of Islamic faith and spirituality. providing guidance and inspiration for our daily lives and our spiritual journey. May the teachings of Surah Muhammad guide us on our spiritual journey, illuminating our path with wisdom and faith.